everyone, this is Erin from Sandpaper Road in the USA, and today I'm sharing with you 7 easy cards for Craft O'Clock using the Wedding Dream paper collection and the Basic Set 3 paper collection as well. These are really easy cards to make. It's really only a few steps. As you can see, this video is very short. And I know these cards look like they would take a lot of time, detail, and that this might be difficult, especially if you are a beginner. But they are very, very easy to make. So first I will show you just a look at all 7 cards. Some of them even have a pocket inside where you can place a gift card or some gift money. They all turned out so beautiful, perfect for anniversary, wedding, or gift for the bride and groom. Now I'm going to start with the Basic Paper Set 3. This paper pack is perfect for card making. It's also perfect for mini albums because the size is just right for a mini album. But it's also perfect for cards. So here's a look at all of the designs. You get 2 of each design. And if you'd like to make these cards with me today, just choose any 7 of the papers. Now, even if you don't have Basic Set 3, there are other basic sets. So you could choose 7 if you had Basic Set 1 or 2 or 4. And I'm just going to put a score line that makes it easy to fold in half. I tried to make this video tutorial easy for you to make these cards with any of the Craft O'Clock paper collections. If you start with the basic sets as your card bases, then you can choose any of the paper collections and follow this technique to create your own set of 7 cards, no matter what collection you have at home. Now, what I'm doing now is taking a look to see how I want the cards to be, if I want them to be vertical or horizontal cards. Now today I'm going to use the Wedding Dream paper collection, and I have the small set. I'm also going to use the decorative cards that coordinate. Now I've already cut the decorative cards, and as you can see, they fit perfectly onto these card bases. Some of the decorative cards are smaller, but that's okay. We will just add a little bit of paper from the collection along with it. You can choose any paper collection you want. If you start with decorative cards, they fit perfectly with the basic set used as card bases. You can use dies that you have already on hand at home, and you can cut the decorative cards. Any dies will work if you'd like to give your cards or the decorative cards some interest. And you can see I cut some of the pieces from the Wedding Dream paper collection and cut out that decorative card with a circle die. The rest of the cards I just trimmed down a little bit just to fit a little bit better onto the card base. And that's what I have left over. I only chose 3 papers from the paper collection to use. I'm also going to use some of the special occasions quotes. This is the wedding and the anniversary set. And it's going to go perfectly with these cards. I'm also going to use leaves 14 and flowers 26. I'll use a few of the chipboard die cuts that coordinate with the paper collection and some of the junk journal extras to cut for the envelopes and pockets. Before I glue down my decorative cards, I'm going to add a little bit of Distress Oxide ink around the outside edges. If you've never done this before, it's easy to do if you have a blending tool or a sponge dauber. You just drag the sponge against the side of the paper and the ink attaches to the edges. It's very, very, very easy. You don't have to do this step if you don't want to, but I like the way it makes the decorative cards pop off of the card base. Make sure to use gentle pressure. You don't need to push very hard when you are inking the edges of your paper. Here is an example of how I used some paper from the paper collection along with one of the smaller decorative cards. I just glue the small decorative card right to a piece of the paper, and then it looks like I have a longer piece. I'll use a scrap piece of paper and wrap it around the seam. Now again, before I glue down my decoration, my top card panel, I want to do embellishing to the decorative card. There are lots of ways to do this. I try to show you a little variety of different things you can do. I'm going to create a bow with some ribbon on my fingers. This took me a lot of practice. But if I make the bow separate, then I can wrap another piece of ribbon around the card and simply glue the bow to the front. It makes it look like I tied it all the way around the card, but I didn't. Here's another example of a smaller decorative card. And I am adhering it to a slightly larger piece of paper from the Wedding Dream paper collection. This time I will wrap a piece of ribbon all the way around. It's more like yarn actually, And I'll tie it in a knot, cut off the end, and fray the edges a little bit. And that looks good too. I have a little piece of gold string that I'll wrap around this card. Just the panel, not the whole card. And I'll tie it together, but this time, instead of leaving the tie out front, I'll hold the card and turn it so the tie is hidden. Here's a smaller decorative card, and I simply cut a larger piece from the Wedding Dream collection, and I'm gluing this on top. That looks good just the way it is. The last two are beautiful as they are, the larger decorative cards. This decorative card, I use one of my circle dies to cut the design into a circle. Now I'm just cutting a circle from some scrap cardboard. And gluing the cardboard to the decorative card. And then gluing the decorative card to a larger sheet from the Wedding Dream paper collection. All the cards are almost done. They don't take very long at all. Look how simple it is. This is the large decorative card. I add a quote in the middle. Here are some flowers. And there's some more flowers. It looks beautiful, just like that. And then you put the whole thing on the card base. That is easy. That is so easy. Let me show you the other ones. There's our flowers and our sentiment. You'll cut off the bottom once you glue it on. And there's the bow. Here's the one with the green ribbon. We started with that. We'll add the sentiment. A few of the flowers that I cut from the extra flowers. And then I found a metal charm that I'll hang from the ribbon. And that's it. Now these pockets and envelopes are from the junk journal set. And they make great gift card or money holders. All you have to do is fold it. It's already pre-designed, so there's no guesswork. You just have to fold and cut on the lines. Once it's glued down, you just can adhere it with some double-sided tape onto the inside of your card. And that is perfect. You could leave it just like that. And here's a look at the final cards. I added some sequins. There's the one with the flowers. For the envelope, I did add a little bit of a ribbon closure. I added several quotes to this decorative card and put the pocket inside for money. There's the card with the ribbon. I added a few sequins to the front. I love this one. Beautiful. There's some flowers on the bottom. You can see it's all basically just the decorative card with a card base and a few flowers, leaves, and sequins to match with a sentiment. And that's it. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.